Hi guys and welcome to IPD YouTube channel. My name is Alex and recently I got request for PPF on a BMW and the customer he sent me just list of questions. I think that's good because he really pay attention was the workshop and how they're doing, and I decided to record this video just answer in the public on all of these questions. Most probably it will help you to choose right place to get your car PPF'd. And also in description below I'll leave this list of questions, so once you're planning to visit some workshop for the PPF service you can send them, and let's see what they're gonna answer on this. So let's start with the first question, and first three questions will be about PPF material. First question: is the film self-healing? Yes, all of our materials is self-healing. What does it mean? Self-healing abilities, it means the minor scratches. For example, if you pick up minor scratches from the waterless method of car wash, all those scratches will disappear under the sun. It's so useful abilities of PPF, and all of our materials they have self-healing abilities. The second question is does it have a top coat for UV or stain resistance? The first, I think I have to explain what is top coat. So PPF film has three layers. For example, it's a glue layer, polyurethane layer, which is giving you protection, and top coat. The top coat is the top section of PPF, which is contact with the environment. And from brand to brand it can be different, but in general we can clarify three options of top coat, and it's a soft, medium and hard top coat. The first is soft top coat. We usually use that film for the black color cars because again the soft top coat is good for self-healing, so self-healing works better on a soft top coat, but it's not that strong against environments. Even minor scratches is visible on a black car, so the self abilities it should work properly on a black color cars. Hard top coat we use usually on the white color cars because it's more strong against yellowing or against any chemical stains, but same time the self-healing abilities is not that high. But it's not that visible on white color cars, so minor scratches you'll never find on it. And medium hardness of top coat, it's like some brands they're trying to find a balance between self-healing and chemical and UV resistance. Next question is can I see the manufacturer's warranty? Yes, we provide a warranty card. I'm recording on video how I open material for you. There is contains roll number, and also once the work is done you'll get a warranty card directly from stack, for example, with your chassis number, with the roll number, and this warranty you can keep and use for any warranty cases. I hope this will never happen. Okay, the next couple of questions is regarding the installation, and the first one is do you use pre-cut kits or bulk hand cut? So usually we use the pre-cut templates because most of our customers they purchasing brand new cars, and they like to do them PPF without parts removal. With the pre-cut templates we're able to apply PPF without removing any single parts. Every logo will stay on the same positions, so just your car will be protected. I think this is much better way than removing parts and installing them back, because all alignment, all clips will stay on the same positions as it goes from factory. This is most important to get it protected without involving to the structure of car. And the next question is will the edges be wrapped for cleaner coverage? Yes, it will, but I'm usually explaining like that. For example, we have access to the edge on door. We can open door, we can use the heat gun, we can tuck the material inside, we can properly heat it. But for example, on some areas we don't have access. Rear fender and tail light, or rear fender and rear bumper. On some cars there is no space to keep material in without removing parts, and usually the film goes straight on the edge of panel, but it looks seamless because we're not leaving like half centi gap or 1 millimeter gap between panel gap and PPF, so it will be stays directly on the edge of panel, so it will be seamless, but same time it will be covered. The other thing, even if we're gonna remove bumper and apply PPF with the rapid edges on the fender and bumper, sometimes and some cars they have a very tiny gap. There is no space for material. Material is thick, and for example, during your driving 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, by vibrations materials comes out. of this edge. So there is no point to remove bumper or you didn't. On the end of the day, you'll get the same result. But wherever we have access, bonnet, doors, fenders, wherever we have access to the edge, those edges will be covered. The next two questions, it's about his car, it's BMW X6, but I think it's good if you're gonna ask installers they have done before this car or no, because some cars they are a bit complicated to be installed with the PPF, and you need to make sure the installers they have experience to work with these cars. But most probably it's for some sports cars or G-Class or some luxury cars like Rolls-Royce or something like that, because those cars has a specific form and not everyone able to install PPF on those cars. The next question is how long will the installation take? It's all individual and it's depending on car, depending on the package, and usually it takes from 2 to 4 days. It's depending on the loading of workshop, the PPF coverage, because for example some small details will take more time than big details. Interior PPF will take time, and tinting. So approximately full car PPF with the tinting, with the interior PPF takes around 3 days. The next question is, do you use a hot air gun or steam gun for curves and angles? Yes, we use, because for example we applied some panel and keep it for drying, the edges is dry, and then we have to cover it inside. Same time we use the heat gun because material is thick and it wants to come back to the original condition, and originally it looks straight, it's not going around the edges. And we use heat gun just to relax material and give form for this material. In this case, it's gonna stay for years. The next question is, do you apply 100% and close the dust-free boot with the ceiling and wall task lights? Yes, we do. We build it in our workshop, the separated area with its own air, and it's separated from the rest part of warehouse. It's very important for the applying PPF. And by the way, this area has a air purifier which works 24 hours, so it's completely dust-free area, and we're washing the whole area with the walls, with the lights before we start any car. It's very important because for example on the open air with the dust, when you are removing, even if you prepare it car properly, when you're removing material from the liner, it's charging by static electricity, and whatever has in the air, it will stick automatically to the film. For example, you're doing PPF one panel in a dust-free area, it takes you around 15 to 20 minutes. And if you're doing the same part on the open air, it might take you around 1.5 hours. If you provide clean result, you have to open material and clean every dust, whatever you find during the installation. Sometimes it takes a lot of time, believe me. So the next question is, do you detail wash car first? Yes, we do detail wash, even if car is brand new, even if we are receiving directly on recovery from dealership, we have to do the wash first, because between panels, inside gaps, there is some amount of dust, and during the installation we can pick up this dust and then we have to play with it, to clean it again and again and again. So firstly we do the car wash. First inspection, then car wash. Next question is, do you do clay bar for the car surface before PPF application? Yes, we do. Even brand new cars we are preparing, we're inspecting them first, then we do the washing, and after washing we do clay bar preparation of all surfaces, because during transportation or during storage in a dealership, it might get some stains, or it can get some contaminations on a paint surface. In this case we have to remove them all to provide better result with the PPF. The next question is, do you polish cars before PPF application? It's all individual, it's depending on the car. For example, if it's a 2 years old car or 1 year old car, definitely it has to be polished, because depending on condition, usually all of them they're getting swirl marks, deep scratches. This we have to get rectified because it will be visible under the film. For brand new cars, usually we don't do polishing because it's not required. Even from dealership, if it comes from some minor scratches, all of those minor scratches will be hidden by material. So when you're applying glossy PPF, glue of PPF is filling all of those scratches, it won't be visible on the final result. So I don't see the reason to polish brand new cars. Maybe for better adhesive sometimes, for example, if panels is too curved and we have to pull material and we need to make sure the material will stick on surface, then yes, we do the polishing, we're just preparing the special areas. The next question is, do you remove trim, badges or lights for a cleaner wrap? Usually we're not removing parts for transparent PPF, but it's all by request. For all customers, I'm saying if you're gonna apply transparent PPF, do with a pre-cut, without parts removal, without badges removal. You'll get the same car in the same condition as it comes from factory, just it will be protected. In my opinion, it's the best way to protect your car. But it's all by request. We can remove parts, we can wrap the edges, we can remove the badges, put them back, but in my opinion, it's not that necessary. The next question is about pricing and coverage. And first is what areas of the car are being covered, and can you send me a diagram? I think diagram is about how his car looks in the software. Yes, we're able to provide this diagram. It's normal thing. What we usually covering on the car, it's all painted surface and headlights. Also, we covered some decorative elements on a BMW, for example, it's glossy sections on the front bumpers, something like that. The next question is, what is your policy on bubbling, lifting, or film failure? So, the warranty for material, for example, 5 years, if we provide the same warranty period for installation. Whatever peeling, whatever cracking, bubbling, or something else happens with the film by installer's mistakes or by material itself, we're gonna take responsible for that and we will replace the material. We'll get it rectified, or we'll replace the whole panel. The next couple of questions is about aftercare and extras. And first is, what are your aftercare instructions? So the procedure is like that. For example, you do the PPF with us, you're getting your car back, and after 1 week you have to bring it for post PPF inspection. During this week you don't have to wash car, or you just need to avoid contact with the water. So after 1 week you comes back, we do the free washing, we inspecting all edges, and whatever happens with the material will get it rectified. And then you can use your car normally, and it's not required to come back every half year, every year, so it will stay from inspection period until the end of warranty with the same way. I just saw the one Instagram advertising, and they saying the PPF is not about installing, PPF is about aftercare, but but if you install properly PPF from the first time, you don't need to check it in after a year, after half year, after 2 weeks, after 1 month. It will stay as it is for the whole warranty period. If you're not able to provide that way, it means you're not properly installing PPF. So don't listen to them. The PPF, once it's applied, then post PPF inspection, then is not required any actions from the installers. The next question is, and last here, and do you offer ceramic coating on top of the PPF? Yes, we offer. We use G-Technic Halo. Most of ceramic coatings for PPF, it works the same as ceramic coating for body, so it's provide hydrophobic abilities, it will provide anti-static abilities, so you'll get less dust on the car, you'll be much more easy way to wash, because the water will come out from the surface like a drops. So the list is done, and one more thing I want to say, it's about primer. It's mostly the question about installation, and primer, I have to explain, it's a special liquid which is increasing adhesive of PPF, because sometimes I'm getting questions, if I gonna remove PPF, what will happen with my paint? And the answer is simple. PPF has a glue layer, and PPF is designed to avoid any damages on car surface during removal. But for example, you can get some issues with the paint during PPF removal in two cases. The first case, the paint surface has not original paint. So, for example, you get your bumper painted somewhere in aftermarket with the low quality materials or low quality as a specialist. Adhesive of paint to the bumper is not that strong as it should be from factory. and during the PPF removal you'll get out the paint. And second way how you can peeling out the paint during the PPF removal, it's primer. Primer, it's a special liquid to increase adhesive to the paint surface. For example, on some edges the people like to use primer because once you apply it, the PPF will stick forever. But the question is, yes, from one way it's better for installers, so they don't have to worry about this edge, they don't have do aftercare about this edge, they don't have to properly heat it and form it. But in other way, there is issues with the PPF removal because the PPF is sticking more than it should stick. And for example, on some risky parts, it's plastic elements, because adhesive between paint and metal is much higher than between paint and plastic. So on the mirrors, on the bumpers, you might get your paint out during the PPF removal if installers they use primer. We're not using primer in our workshop because in my opinion I don't see the sense, I don't see the logic of protection car with the primer, and in case you have to remove the protection, you'll get damage your paint. So what's the point of this protection if anyway you have to do the repainting? I think on this my explanation is done. I'll be so happy if it helps someone to choose the right place to get the PPF done. Don't forget to subscribe on our Instagram, it's ipd.ae. Also, if you have any questions, you can leave it in the comment section below, and see you in the next videos. Bye.